You might wonder why I'm mentioning Rain of Fire exotic legs for Warlock along with Mantle of Battle Harmony. Why are these things even being compared? I've created a build for each of these. The main purpose of each build is almost the same. Having a primary weapon outputting near the max damage. With Rain of Fire, we'll be using Vex Mythoclast, dodging around to reload it, every kill giving us Radiant. But not everybody has Vex Mythoclast, so I made a similar build with Mantle of Battle Harmony to give more options. So first we'll cover Rain of Fire, then we'll cover Mantle of Battle Harmony. Mantle of Battle Harmony will be a more well-rounded build, so keep watching for that. Both of these builds will be fun to use, mowing enemies down while being unkillable. To do this, both builds will be using the Healing Nade, along with the Touch of Flame aspect, giving that Healing Nade a ×2 restoration. That's right, since we're having a ×2 restoration just from our nade, we don't need to use Classy Restoration class item mod. It frees us up for other options. So for both of these builds, we'll be running Flame Harvesting, because this is much better than Elemental Armaments. It only needs 2 rapid kills to cause these solar wells to form. So with the Rain of Fire build, we'll be using these wells to give us Fauna Might and High Energy Fire, and these stack with the Radiant that we get from the boots. That's a total of 70% extra damage with our Vex Mythoclast. Whenever we need to reload, all we need to do is dash, as long as we have Icarus Dash. The reason we're using Flame Harvesting is because both of these builds revolve around only using our primary weapon as a main add clear tool. We'll use Bountiful Wells to drop 2 wells, and when we pick up these wells with Well Ordnance, we'll get our Healing Nade back. That way we always have a Healing Nade when we need it. The fragments we'll be using is Ember of Wonder to give us that extra 10 resilience, and Ember of Searing to give us that 10 recovery. The main 2 that are important is Ember of Solace. Our Radiant Restoration will have an increased duration. We're getting Radiant with our pants and Restoration with our grenade. Ember of Empyrean is another crucial one, as each kill with our weapon will keep that restoration going, making us unkillable. Again, this is a very fun build to use to be able to dash around and put out so much damage. Even though it's a fun build, it can be used in the in-game, as you'll be an add clear monster and very survivable. I use it for fun in the new Duality dungeon. These legs are really only good with Vex Mythoclast, so if you don't have Vex Mythoclast, that's where the next build comes into play with Mantle of Battle Harmony. We'll still be using that Flame Harvesting, so you still need an exotic solar weapon, but it has been found out for some reason it's bugged that the Drang, even though it's legendary, still drops these wells. So you could use that if you want to free open an exotic slot. Since you're no longer locked to fusion rifles and Vex Mythoclast, you're opened up for other options. You could use Teraba, you could use Vex, Sunshot, Prometheus Lens, Devil's Ruin, Skyburner's Oath, and TQ's Divination are all solid options. One thing you might not know, Mantle of Battle Harmony has its own built-in damage buff once your super is filled up, and by the way, this exotic allows your super to be filled faster, but once it's filled up, when you get kills with the solar weapon, it will give you an extra damage boost, and that damage boost from this exotic does not stack with High Energy Fire, so we can get rid of that mod, freeing us up for more well mod options. That's why this build is more well-rounded. We have more weapon options and more well options. We can even use things like Font of Wisdom to stack with this exotic to get our super even faster. We'll still be using Flame Harvesting and Bountiful Wells, but now we can throw on Well of Life for even more survivability. We'll be keeping Font of Might and Well of Ordnance. We'll be swapping out Icarus Dash for Heat Rises. This is so that way any kills in the air will get our melee back, and this is important because in order for us to get Radiant, we need this fragment, Ember of Torches. So having Heat Rises, all we need to do is jump before we get the kill, and we'll get our melee back quickly to always have Ember of Torches readily available. We'll also keep using Ember of Searing for that 10 recovery and also to help get our melee back even quicker. The other fragments are also staying the same, Ember of Solace and Ember of Empyrean. As I mentioned previously, we'll keep the Healing Nade for both of these builds. Again, both of these builds play pretty much the same as far as using your primary weapon as a main add clear tool, using your Healing Nade to keep you survivable with these fragments, these mods. I'm making these builds in contrast to the more meta nade builds that you might have with Sunbracers or Starfire Protocol. Comment below if you'd like me to cover those builds, if you like how I break down fragments and mods. So make sure to subscribe, as that video most likely will be coming soon. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Right here are some Hunter build videos I made previously. Make sure to check those out if you're interested. In the description, I'll have the dim links. Also down there, you'll find my Twitch link, also the link to Rogue Energy, because with code Perception, you get 20% off. Again, thanks so much for watching. Peace.